7 things I will never spend money on again. Save money instantly. Staying on budget can be very difficult, especially if you're prone to impulse spending or like to treat yourself every once in a while. But I've learned it's possible to cut out unnecessary purchases while still getting the enjoyment you crave by taking small steps like these to save money and live your best life, guilt-free. These are the 7 steps I will never spend money on again, and how my life changed as a result. Start making money your own way, and by using these changes, you will stop spending money you don't have once and for all. Number 1, technology. Don't be tempted to buy new technology. For example, always buy a PC with as much RAM as you could afford, and ignore mobile phones or PCs that run out of memory quickly. The more RAM your computer has, especially for editing photos or videos, for instance, and for multitasking. Multitasking is an expensive task at 50 to 100 megabytes per second or over 30 gigabytes an hour when in use. Always buy from a reputable manufacturer and refrain from buying laptops online without getting a chance to try them out first. A smaller company may produce lower quality hardware than a large brand name manufacturer, but it could still work just fine for all of your needs. Furthermore, do not buy replacement parts for old computers such as motherboards, also known as mobiles, CPUs, or video cards. However, if you really have to buy replacement parts such as microchips, make sure they are compatible with your machine. Try eBay, which provides many original chips, far cheaper than manufacturers. Number 2, iPhone apps. You don't need apps to stay in touch, get directions, see pictures, or read books. You need a smartphone that could do all of these things easily at no cost, and it won't cost you an arm and leg every month to do so. It makes no sense to shell out $10 to $30 per month for one app when your phone is capable of doing far more than most apps with no additional costs. Yes, you could sometimes use apps for free, but if you're already paying for high-speed data, then why pay for one more thing per month just to get another bill? If it's important enough to use often, buy it outright and move on. You'll thank yourself later. Stick to your cell phone's provider's Wi-Fi whenever it's possible and avoid using up too much data. Then download what you really want only after you hit a hard limit. Download these apps today. GPS turn-by-turn navigation from Google Maps or Apple Maps. When needed, it's totally worth it to get these instead of using anything else. Media players like MP3 Rocket, which is free, allows for music downloads unlimited on any device whenever they are connected to Wi-Fi, instead of having to waste high amounts of cellular data. Music files, which are small, music videos are very large. We still haven't reached downloading 1080p YouTube videos despite their immense popularity. Make sure everything you're working with is within a reasonable size limit by clicking download. Number 3, coffee. Coffee is easy to overdo. Treat yourself once in a while, but don't get used to spending $5 every day. Limit it to special occasions, or even make your own at home with a French press or AeroPress. Not only do these methods provide an inexpensive alternative that takes up much less space in your kitchen, but they also give you more control over exactly what you're drinking and what goes in it. Your wallet and your stomach will thank you. While occasionally Coffee outings can be fun for a chat. Shopping for clothes can be stressful, especially if you want something trendy. Instead, breaking out your wallet every time you feel like shopping. Why not try raiding some old clothing from your past season? In many cases, those clothes are still in fashion. Those colors are still vibrant. And a lot of times those clothes you haven't even worn yet, but you just want something new because you just buy it. You're overspending. You need new shoes? Why not check out our top 10 ways that you could find free footwear before opting to retail. As an alternative, look online at sites like eBay, which folks sell all kind of pre-owned goods like clothing, accessories, and shoes. Number 4, fast food. When we find ourselves short on time and in need of a quick meal, fast food seems like an appealing option. While convenient, fast food has some not so fast consequences, piling on pounds and slowing your metabolism. It can take up to 48 hours for your body to digest a single meal of fast food, meaning you could be eating so many calories that you're gaining long after you've eaten them. If you're looking to lose weight safely but quickly, curb your craving by skipping burgers and fried chicken from places like McDonald's, KFC. Instead of opting for healthier options like a salad, fresh fish with vegetables. Fast food may seem satisfying now, but you would thank yourself later when you opt out of it. It's not just burgers and fries you should avoid when it comes to fast food. Drinks can be full of sugar and calories too, even if they taste healthy. Fresh fruit juices, smoothies are often packed with sugars that your body can't properly digest, which can cause weight gain, in addition to other health issues like diabetes and heart disease. When you do opt for a drink, stick to water as much as possible. Even carbonated water has fewer calories than juice or sweetened sodas. If you're craving something frizzy, try sparkling water flavored with a splash of fruit juice. You'll get the great combination without the extra calories. Number 5, airports. The current TSA rules regarding liquids and gels and carry-on luggage are forcing travelers to get creative with their toiletries. I do not know you, but I'm willing to bet that you pay $10 for 3-ounce toothpaste tube that's only going to get thrown out when your trip is over. As an alternative, you could squeeze a dab of toothpaste in a Ziploc bag, which isn't exactly sanitary, but you're not going to get that thrown away, and that will save you $10 per trip. There's no way in hell I'm buying a travel size tube of anything from now on once I figure that out. Can we just buy our own full-size tubes at home and throw them inside the bag? Now that seems logical enough for me, but forget about it. I'll probably just continue sneaking and avoiding security checks altogether because they're incredibly inconvenient. I've been known to stop by CVS or Dwayne Reed after going through airport security before, because why would anybody want to pay $8 for 2 candy bars at an airport when you could bring those on to the plane instead? You could practically make your own entire flight free if you eat well before you decide to go to the airport. For your information, JetBlue gives out free snacks and water. Just a note. Anyway, here are some other silly things that are better off than being that you could purchase ahead of time than buying it at the airport. A meal before you get to the airport. Whether it's food, soda, water, whatever you're going to do. Make sure you prepare snacks and stock them well in the suitcase. They usually don't get thrown away. Those are some tips that helped me along the way when I have been traveling, especially in the last couple of years. Number 6, bottled water. It's not about getting a gulp of water here and there. It's about bringing home dozens upon dozens of bottles every week. The average household spends $30 a month to buy bottled water. Think about that. Use a refillable glass bottle instead and fill it up in your sink or at work or even while you're running errands. Go out, go on, and do everything the rest of your day without one bottle of water. You can also invest in an inexpensive system that attaches to your faucet and turns tap water into sparkling H2O. It's easy to track how much you save when you don't see dollar signs with every drink. And saving money is always better than spending it. If you just realize how much insanely expensive bottled water is, think about it. Think about what else you could be doing with that money instead of just buying bottled water all the time, every week. Bottled water has been known to be one of the most unhealthiest methods to drink water. It contains all kind of unhealthy chemicals or preservative. Think about what else you could be doing with that kind of money rather than buying more of something that may not even be good for you anyway. Number 7, gas, if you own a car. The typical American household spends about $3,000 a year on gas. If you're carpooling, you might be able to cut that number in half. But if you're still driving your own car, it's likely costing you a lot more than you wanted to. Even if your daily commute is just 5 miles one way, that amount to the annual cost of $906 per year. And if gas prices continue to rise or public transportation fail, it could skyrocket even further. No matter how much you like your car or driving in general, it's hard to justify spending money unnecessarily like that when there's so many other different cheaper alternatives. Carpool, embrace buses and trains whenever possible. Walk or bike to work as often as possible. Buy a fuel efficient car, or at the very least, get out of that SUV and buy something smaller. Consider moving closer to your job if you live further away than where you work at now. While some may balk at the idea of getting rid of their car altogether, especially young people living outside of city centers who do not have access to good transportation, remember, that's money saving right there, even after factoring in paying extra bus fare or cab rides across the city. Do these steps sound difficult? I don't think it does. It wouldn't be so long after you implement these steps that it will become second nature. In conclusion, these are just some steps that I outlined that has saved me a tremendous amount of money over the years. I hope they work out better for you than like it has for me. These steps that I have listed and talked about has been incredibly helpful. In conclusion, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hit the like button and subscribe for more informative videos and more content on a daily basis. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to ask me in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to share. Once again, this is Renaissance Man. Thanks for watching.